The next morning, we got back onto our one-car train and headed off into the wilderness. Every once in a while, there'd be a break in the trees, and we'd pass these massive logging camps that butted up against the train tracks that were obviously North Korean. We're on our little train going into the middle of the forest. This is a logging camp run by North Koreans. You can see there's a North Korean flag and North Korean propaganda in here. There's some North Koreans waving at us over there. All this wood is going to England. When we get off this train, we're going to go out into the camps where they actually log out in the middle of Siberia. Freaky, freaky business. We finally started to approach our last stop, the tiny logging town of Tatual. Now, Tatual is a freaky place. It's as if the Soviets had come up to the edge of civilization, then dropped off their Stalinist apartment blocks in the middle of nowhere, then gotten back on the train and never looked back. At the train station, we met our new driver, a colorful local type known simply as the Fish.
He just brought a shotgun into the car, just in case.
Dog in the sidecar, dog in the sidecar. His mouth full of gold teeth and his shiny tracksuit confirmed what we already suspected. The Fish and his crew were the local mob.
They've actually moved here from the camp, the abandoned camp that we visited yesterday. So,
right, so the camp we were at is done. Now this is the new camp, even further afield.
right, yeah, we're going to their new camp where they're actually operating now.
Ask him maybe if he thinks that they'll be angry or... And he brought a shotgun.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty useful.
Is this the camp here? So we're here in a North Korean logging camp in the middle of Siberia.
This is where they bring the logs from the forest and put them onto rail cars.
So there's Korean propaganda. There's some Korean writing.
It says, we're going to take action to increase productivity during the winter times.
Okay. Here comes a Russian lady that we're gonna have to...
She doesn't look happy.
Hello. She immediately made a lot of phone calls and a lot of threats. Should we get arrested?
Yes.
Они мне все суют свои карточки, что они являются там, корреспондентами международными там, и так далее, и так далее. Мне перезвонят.
While we were arguing with her, a van straight out of 1957 pulled up, and lo and behold, out came some North Koreans.
Здравствуйте. Можно нам посмотреть, как вы живете? Скажите ему, что мы слышали, что корейцы тут живут плохо. Мы хотим, чтобы они нам показали, как они живут на самом деле.
Jason's gone AWOL. He's in the camp. Jason's being shuttled back to fucking Pyongyang as we speak. Jason, our producer, slipped away with a small camera and started filming the camp.
Но мы слышали, что вы плохо живете именно здесь. Мы хотели посмотреть, правда это или нет.
실제 그러자면 올라가서 저 우리 대표부나 모스크바 대사관에 승인을 받고 와서 우리 사람들 데리고 오라 책임자들 데리고 와서
He's saying we gotta get permission from the embassy before we can show
우리
it or
사람들은
anything.
제일 됐다고 와서 그렇게 촬영을 하면서 그러니까 바꿔놓고서 당신네 보고 내가 원하다는데 당신네 집이 뒤가서 당신네 집 보고 왔다 그러면 당신네 좋은가 지금 당신네도 다 알다시피 우리 집 인민생활 올해 인민생활 향상과에서 다 촉매진하고 있으니까 우리 인민생활 향상을 위해서 모두가 다 쫓아가서 지금 거기 다 기여하고 있다는 거. 다 개고 나가서 다 자기 집, 자기 부모들이나 자기 자식들한테 그 생활이 다 누려진다는 거. 다른 거 없다는 거 그게. 우리 저기 지금 다 지금 텔레비를 봐서 알지 않습니까? 우리 저기 지금 어떻게 지금 번영하고 있다는 거. 그래서 그지 다른 거 없다는 거. 그리고 수호술이 이곳이 어제인데 우리는 현재 원하지 않는다는 거.
Now, what he was saying was a revelation. We had come all this way so we could actually talk to North Koreans, and one of the first ones we met was admitting that the standard of living was a problem in the home country, which would never be admitted to in North Korea proper. In fact, when the political boss stepped in, he also admitted to living a hard life, but of course, he blamed it on America.
당신이 우리 힘들다 어렵게 산다 그랬는데 물론 어렵게 산다. 왜? 미국 아들이 우리 못살게 자꾸 쌀 들어오고 맞고 기니까 다 우리 아는데 저거하고 똑같이 사니까 그런 거 걱정하지
걱정하지
말고
말고,
당신의 생각이 나라. 우리 자꾸 못 살게 하지 말고.
왜곡하고 비방하고 그렇기 때문에 우리 그런 걸 원하다. 우리 그런 걸 넣게 했다는 거. 그렇기 때문에 원하지 않는다는 거. 당신네 그 미안한 대로 수고수리 먼 데서 왔는데 실제 우리는 그거 원하지 않는다. 언제 우리 그럴 수 없다. 우리는 일하고 것 같다는 거.
이분이 조선의 두건 갔다 왔어요. 여러분, 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. 반갑습니다. Okay. So they won't let us in. You know, they don't want to get in trouble, which is understandable. So they're kicking us out. We're going to try to go to the forest to actually find some North Korean workers who are actually cutting down the trees. Do you want a beer? Hello. 반갑습니다.